So, for those of you who didn't know, god damn, I got some big old man titties, bro. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna spare you guys the trouble. I'm gonna spare you guys the visuals. Take two. So, like my boy Road Dog told you guys, for those of you who didn't know, this is a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. Come on, you have to know by now. There's no way you guys don't know what this car is by now. Now, if you hadn't noticed by the shirt or the badging on the car, this isn't just any regular old Crown Vic. This is a Corvette swapped Crown Vic. Yes, you heard me right. It's a Corvette swapped Crown Vic. Now, this piece of crap isn't only LS swapped, but it's also got a 6-speed T56 with a C5 Corvette shift knob. Now, I don't care if it's a Caprice or Crown Vic. You can't have a police interceptor without, say it with me, boys, say it with me, lights. I just know whackers across America are foaming at the mouth right now. But what if I told you guys that something was finally invented that can unite whackers and non-whackers alike? That's right, boys. We got pillar lights. These are the OSD pillar lights for the Ford Crown Victoria, Mercury Grand Marquis, Marauder, and Town Car. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys not only what the OSD pillar lights are all about on your Panther car, but how to actually install them. This is going to be good. After watching this video, if you guys want your own set of one-off, unique OSD pillar lights, make sure to contact the man himself, Oliver, at the website below. Also, in the comments below, I will pin the contact info on how to order the OSD pillar lights, and also where you can contact Oliver if you have any questions. Now, there are several different methods to install your OSD pillar lights, and you don't necessarily need to stick to exactly what I'm doing. I've just discovered that these are the 3 easiest methods to actually get these things installed. It doesn't mean it's set in stone. If you guys can figure out your own way to install these bad boys, please let me know in the comment section down below. The easier we can get these things installed, the better. All right, so I'm very briefly going to talk about method number 1, which is the method that these specific lights were meant to be installed as. The way it goes is you drill out a hole here for both of the nuts, and then a center hole for your wiring loom that's going to go through, and then it would mount something like that. Then you'd go on the inside of your pillars, your rear pillars here, and you'd have to meet with the 2 holes that you drilled out and then secure it through that way. The only issue with that is that the Crown Vic pillar, as you guys can see, is double-sided. It's layered. There's a layer in the back and there's a layer in the outside, which means essentially you'd have to cut out on the inside a hole to more easily access the pillar in order to get these things fully hard mounted. Now, the second method, and probably the easiest method, is to just straight up just double-sided tape your pillar lights. It's as easy as securing the double-sided tape to the back of them and then just finding the location where you want on your pillar and just sticking it on. Now, there's already been somebody who has installed them that way, and they actually showed up to a car meet. They drove 3 hours to Chattanooga, highway speeds, and the 3M and the double-sided tape method actually held up. We were all very impressed and surprised. They didn't fly out or anything like that, and he already had full lights in them as well, and the double-sided tape method worked great. Just stuck them on, drilled out the hole for the wire loom, and that was it. Called it a day. But here is how I'm gonna do it. See, now I'm using a combination of the double-sided tape, but with an extra added step in order to ensure that this thing is secured tightly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my double-sided tape. Then I'm going to stick it on. Once the pillar light is secured with the double-sided tape, I'm then going to use a self-tapping screw, and I'm going to drill right through here, through the top end of it, and then I'm going to drill through the bottom end of it, ensuring that this bad boy is not going anywhere. Now it's secured with a double-sided tape and also with a self-tapping screw. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the location where I want my pillar light to go. I already have my double-sided tape ready to go. I'm gonna lightly present it. I'm not gonna fully press it on. You'll see why here in just a second. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick out where in the car we wanna put our pillar light, and then remember, just lightly present it there with your double-sided tape. Lightly presented right there. It's not fully stuck on. Then you're asking yourself, how the hell are you gonna know where the hole, how are you gonna mark the hole where the wiring loom is supposed to go through if it's already been mounted? Well, baby, sorry, but I'm gonna have to borrow your nail polish because that's exactly what I'm gonna be using this for. Check this out. Shit, that probably looks wrong. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of nail polish on my pinky right here. Then I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna push that hole. Right there, I'm marking the hole with the pink nail polish. So in theory, when I remove the pillar light, there should be a pink circle right where I marked it. Look at that. Yes, it might be a little crude. Yeah, it might be a little ghetto, but now it's been marked and I know exactly where I need to drill so that my wire loom can go. Then I can fully stick on that pillar light. Pink pinky? Wait a minute. Two in the, what the, oh God, I shouldn't have done that.
What the, oh God, I shouldn't have done that.
All right, guys, those of you with sensitive eyes might want to avert your gaze because I'm about to do what a lot of people don't like to do to their cars, and that is permanently drill a big ass hole in it. Here we go. Oh shit. All right, so we have our hole drilled out. Look at that. Can we see to the other side? Look at that, beautiful. Now we have our OSD pillar light, and of course I have my loom already through there. I'm gonna feed it through this hole. Once I have the wire loom fed through the secondary hole, the secondary pillar hole, it's a matter of sticking our light nice and even. Exactly where we wanted it. And it's already on there very sturdy with the double-sided tape. But these are one of a kind, one-off, never before done pillar lights for a Crown Victoria. You better believe I'm not going to risk having these suckers just fly off to the highway. And just like that, we have our first set of OSD pillar lights installed. The next step is to repeat the process and do it 2 more times here and 3 more times over there. Now, one thing I do want to point out is the type of lights that I am using. This is an off-the-shelf 3M type AutoZone RGB type of LED. Even comes with its own switch and even its own remote for a shitload of different color options. Now, my particular OSD pillar lights were designed to go with the Phoenix type of lights, but while making this video, I wanted to showcase the versatility of the OSD pillar lights. You can go all out. You can put something very expensive, or you can cheap out if you want. If you want to rock the pillar lights, if you want to rock the pillar light look, and you can customize it with your own style. And that's what I wanted the takeaway from this video to be. If you wanted to change the styling, the color, if you want to take this to car shows, you can put whatever kind of light you want, and all it really takes to make it happen is really just some cheap off-the-shelf AutoZone, LED RGB light strips. Now, like you guys will see at the end of this video, we have all types of Crown Vic owners rocking the pillar lights, and some of them did go all out. We even have some with the metal backing plate. I mean the versatility of the OSD pillar lights is there's no comparison because this doesn't exist for Crown Vics besides right here. You guys are looking at it. This is the only way to have pillar lights, Tahoe style pillar lights on your Panther car. It doesn't have to be for police applications. Like I said, with the RGB setup I have, you guys can take this to a car show. You can rock different type of light patterns. You can put cheap lights. You can put expensive lights. It doesn't matter. Whatever suits you, these bad boys will make it happen. Now here's what this current setup looks like at night. I want you guys to take away from the OSD Pillar Lights is just how versatile they actually are. Depending on your preference, taste, and budget, there's no limit to the different types of setups you can have. Whether it's some cheap, off-the-shelf AutoZone LEDs, some mid-grade takedown lights from Amazon, or you can go full John Wick SWAT operator mode like the setup on Reaper's P71. You don't earn the name the Crown Vic Godfather for no reason. You can say I've owned a few Crown Vics throughout the years. And at this point, I've seen every mod under the sun. Push bars, light bars, strobes, stealth tint. But nobody's touched the rear A-pillars. All right, now the main thing I want you guys to take away from the OSD Pillar Lights is exactly just how versatile they actually are. You guys saw I had the cheap AutoZone lights on there before, and now I've actually switched to something a little bit more of an upgrade. All right, not much of an upgrade. These are actually, let's say these are some mid-grade pods that I got here from Amazon, but they're a little bit better. The quality is a little bit better than the AutoZone ones. And also for the application that I want this to be a flood/alley light where I illuminate this thing, and on both ends, these are solid white, and it'll just illuminate my surroundings, whether I'm doing videos, or whether I'm out camping or at the beach or at the lake, you know, just turn these bad boys on. I can see everything. That's the purpose in the application that I want to use my pillar lights for. But like you saw with my previous setup, I had them, you know, RGB, LGBTQ, all the color lights. And if that's how you want to run them, you can do that too. So if you want to impress your fellow whackers at the next PPV meet, or whether you're trying to stunt at the next takeover event, or hell, maybe you just want to impress all the huzz. Pillar Lights.
You know that you control me. Guilty self-affliction. Prey on me when I'm lonely, and I'm your willing victim. My friends already